And I wanted to talk about something that I see it's becoming a trend for a while now, which is the usage of sacred plants, of medicine plants, right? Such as ayahuasca or cannabis and so on. There are so many of them that, actually I just wrapped up a 1 hour episode on my podcast talking about the sacred plants. But the point of this, and to try to keep it as short as I can, is that I see a trend going on with people searching for ayahuasca ceremonies or cannabis or I don't know, peyote and beyond, simply because they want to experience it, right? They do it without any respect of the plant, simply because you can pay for a ceremony or a ticket to go to the Amazons. You think you deserve it. And the first point that I want to make is that you need to deserve this. You need to earn it. What have you done to earn it? Not because you paid for a ticket or because you can pay a shaman. You have to earn it. And what people don't say to you is that sometimes earning this can take usually years and years of studying and meditating and of discipline to actually get to these high states and levels of consciousness that these beautiful sacred plants can give to you. They are like portals. But often I see people approaching and using these plants first and foremost without any understanding of what they are and without any understanding of the sacredness of them. They are sacred for a reason, and they lose the essence of sacred. They don't even know what sacred is anymore because within their own lives they don't know or they don't have anything that is sacred, right? So they approach these plants in a very disrespectful way, and I don't like it. And I don't like the quote unquote shamans that actually permit this, right? It's fucked up. As a society, we have lost touch with the spiritual, which we are regaining it. We are approaching more these subjects, right? Now it's more easy in quotes, and it's more you accept it more it's accepted by everyone. That I talk about ayahuasca and you're like, oh yeah, DMT and all this and cannabis and all that, because it's becoming legal more and more and more in different places. And maybe a few years before, it was illegal and nobody knew what it was, and it was kind of like a taboo, and people thought that you were crazy if you were talking about these sacred plants, and you are a hippie. People judge you, and now it's becoming more open, right? But we have to set certain boundaries, certain rules, and not get lost in this, because otherwise, what I've seen with people, close friends, students, people that follow me, people that I know, people that I've heard, their stories, and is that they go to these ceremonies or they approach these plants and they don't extract anything from it. They continue on their destructive self-sabotaging path. They remain stupid. So the other thing that you must understand is that no matter what you consume on the outside, if you don't have a transformation from within, it doesn't matter what you consume, you will never change. You will never transform, because there is nothing on the outside that you don't have on the inside, right? Not any amount of ayahuasca. It doesn't matter how many fucking ceremonies you do, because what's important is on the inside. It's not the consumption of anything, right? You can attain these very same states without consuming any of this. I've done it, but of course it takes years of practice. And I didn't talk about this stuff because I was still learning, right? I've acquired a certain level where now it's becoming more open for me to be like, yes, I'm teaching now and doing ceremonies and stuff. But I gotta tell you, it's fucked up seeing people that they go to one ceremony and they're still fucked up. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? You were supposed to transcend, and now simply because you think you went there, it's almost like it's like a badge for the ego, right? You didn't get it. You actually did not get it, right? The answer, what you were looking for. You didn't get shit. You simply used it, and you use this spiritual knowledge as a form of ego inflating stuff, right? Simply because you think you know better, you know more, you're woke AF, like some people say. You're more awake and you think you know more. Oh, you're so cool, and it's becoming more trendy. So, oh, I gotta experience these things, right? And that's not the point of this. We have lost touch of what is sacred. To give you an example, and I will end it up on this: the use of tobacco. Tobacco was sacred, and is still sacred with the indigenous people of America, you know, the Native Americans, the Lakota, the Hopis, all of these people. They use tobacco in a sacred way. And the way that they bring this tobacco, the way that they grow it, it's so different from what you fucking smoke. All these brands, they are pure poison. It's nonsense. And now I think with cannabis, it's becoming a little bit like that, you know, where levels of THC is higher simply because it gets you high, and they lose the respect of the plant, the spirit of the plant, which it has a spirit. Everything has a spirit. Everything is alive, and we lose that, and we make it more accessible and approachable, so it becomes recreational, like tobacco. Tobacco has huge amounts of benefits. That's right. And when I talk about tobacco, you probably think about all the negative aspects of it, all the bullshit, all that, no, it's bad for you and this and that. And it is because people that are not aware, people's opinions, the vast majority of opinion, remember, image, me being an image consultant, I can tell you the manipulation of perception through the opinions, through the manipulation of opinions, right? The public opinion. If you can get a lot of people to say something about a product, this is bad, even if it's good, people and the perception of this beautiful plant, it'll be bad, it'll get damaged, and it's pretty fucked up. So, you know, we see people smoking and like it's something random, when in reality it is a sacred ceremonial thing. You only use tobacco for sacred ceremonial purposes. That's right, only for ceremonial purposes. It's not something that you should use on a daily basis, and simply because you feel like it. And to end it up, it is very sad when you live your life based on good, bad, good and evil, you know, and what I like, what I don't like. When you live your life like that, you're basically missing out on life itself. Because life is not about what you like and what you don't like. Life is not about what it's good and it's evil. That is morals, and they come and go, right? So you think that drugs are evil, right? Or you think that talking about these things, they are evil, and they are not evil. You are evil, or you are stupid, and you bring your own baggage. And if you have no control, little or no control over yourself and over what makes you, your emotional being, your spiritual being, your physical being, and your mental being, of course, when you approach these sacred plants, you're gonna get fucked up, of course. That's why it requires years of training, various things, spiritual works, and a lot of stuff that you probably don't even know, you're unaware of. And that if I tell you, oh, you want to do a ceremony with me? Well, first study 3 years, do this. Well, a lot of people are going to be like, fuck you, no thank you. I'd rather pay another person and he's willing to give me the ayahuasca. Well, of course. And then you miss out on the purpose of these beautiful plants that nature gave to us, right? And You should not be doing this because somebody told you to do it, or because it's good, or because it's bad, because no one should be able to decide for you. If you are an awakened human being, if you have a high level of consciousness, if you are truly awakened, nobody can decide what's good or what's bad for you. No one should decide what you're going to put into your system and into your own experience of life but you, right? No government, no figure of authority should be able to tell you, don't use this, but use this drug, right? Use this piece of shit drug like alcohol, because this is good, this makes me money, so use this, and this is legal, this is good. But if you use DMT, oh no, you're fucked up, you're naughty, a naughty boy, naughty girl, right? No one should be able to tell you what's good and what's bad, how you should live your own life. But in order to get there, there's a lot of responsibility, right? If you choose your life to live your life under your own terms, when no one is able to tell you what's good, what's bad, it requires a certain awareness, level of consciousness and awareness, and a higher level of vibration, right? And it doesn't come easy. That's why you don't see a lot of people doing it like that, right? So that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to do, and I did my podcast. Probably I will release it next week. I did it both in Spanish and English, of course, and this video also I will upload it in both in English and Spanish. Be the best version of yourself, and don't lose touch with the spiritual, with the sacredness. All right, don't approach these subjects, these substances, these medicines out of curiosity, or simply just for the fuck of it, just to get fucked up and get like that, right? Treat it with respect, everything, even the fucking tree that is outside of your house. Don't lose touch with the sacredness and the spiritual that everything has, right? The essence of the cosmos itself. Ometeotl. See you in the next one.